Hi YouTube. Team of the Year, Week 2. EA released 6 female players on Friday. Let's jump into the video to see who is actually the best female Team of the Year card, how much it cost, and what do you need to make these cards. Before we jump into the video, if you could like and subscribe, it really helps me a lot. I'm also live on Twitch 5 days a week, so if you want to see me playing NHL 23 live or just want to hang out in chat, make sure you stop by. Okay, let's jump into the video and go through every single female Team of the Year card this week. So, on Friday, EA NHL released 6 female Team of the Year cards. So you guys know, the guys are not anymore in the packs, you cannot make them in the set, so if you didn't actually get enough collectibles, then you basically lost and now you have to spend your collectibles on something else. You can make a female player or you just can use them in the packs or wait until the next event, because I have a feeling that EA will let us use our Team of the Year collectibles for something else. So, one of the cards will be Andrene Desbiens from Team Canada, the goaltender. She is really small. I think if I would need to compare with Shistyorkin's build, she is probably like, if I would need to rank all of them, she would probably be in like position 12, because she had all the abilities, like all the cool synergies, but she is really small. She's even smaller than Shistyorkin. Again, I don't really know anyone using her. If anyone is using her, could you please let me know in the comment section, because I would really like to try her out, but like I don't want to really spend coins on her. Her speed is decent, like 97, so it's very important. Same about the rebound control and aggression. Aggression is probably too high compared to any other goalies we're getting this year. But again, if someone is using her, please let me know, because if I will receive at least 5 comments saying that she's decent, I will actually buy her and try out on stream. Okay, the next one will be Daniela Pejsova from Team Czechia, left defenseman. She had a gold shutdown. I really would like to see gold truculence instead, but gold shutdown is also not as bad as people actually are thinking this year. Stick him up, seeing eye, 1T. 1T is not very efficient, at least I don't like it this year. Heat seeker and elite edges. She had a speed synergies, she had a light lamp. Like, in general, the card is good. Also, she's not really small. Like, compared to the old other female defensemen we are getting, she actually had a, like, pretty decent size and a pretty decent build. So, I don't have this card, so I didn't have a chance to use her and try her out. But, like, she is on my list to make before Friday, because the goal is to make every single one outside of the goalie. Next one will be Team Finland, left defenseman again, Jenny Hirioski. She had a gold truculence, and this is something I really like. I like when they release small female players and they gave them a gold truculence. Like we had the girl from Team Japan, it was incredibly fun to use her card. So what I will do, I will probably buy this card. If I will like, then I will make her, because like any card with a gold truculence had a higher value. So 100% this card will be fun to use. Again, she's actually like had a really decent speed, like with her size, the body checking 93, you can get the not body checking out with the synergies. Like shooting stats are good, hands are good, skating is actually incredible for a 92 overall player actually. But again, the size, like with the gold truculence, I think probably second line, she would have a lot of fun. And now let's talk about 3 forwards. Taylor Hayes, right-handed. I actually think she's left-handed. I'm pretty sure EA messed this up, because I think he's a left-handed player, not right-handed. So technically you should be able to use Marie-Philippe on the center and her on the right wing if you switch the sides like I usually do. But again, if you look at the card actually looks very good, like very small as other female players. Also, she has one of my favorite, if not the best, zone ability, close quarters. I like to activate it on every single player where I can. If I can use this player on the first 2 lines, 100% I will activate it. Snipe, Third Eye, Elite Edges, Wheels, and Unstoppable Force. I like when they're giving every single female player almost Unstoppable Force, because it just makes them more valuable in the game. As you can see, if you activate all the synergies, you can also have like a wingman activated that gets her speed up to the 95. I have the card, I like the card, but if I would need to rank all the 3 forwards, I probably would rank her the 3rd, because I'm still trying to find the best line where I can put her, because I tried all the females in one lineup, didn't really work out. Now I'm trying to mix them, so somehow I'm starting to get my head around how to use the female players and female Team of the Year cards, but all 3 forwards are very good. The next one will be Marie-Philippe. For people who use her X Factor, remember that it was really difficult to bump her off the pack. She was really good in the draws, and in general the card played better than the stats actually showed. I think the Team of the Year card is not as good as the X Factor. I did try her multiple games on the first line, on the second line, on the third line, and just feels that it's like much easier to bump her off the puck now than it was with her X Factor. She had elite edges and she had a quick draw, but unfortunately I have to use her on a wing so I can have all of them in the lineup. I may try and squeeze her somehow in the center instead of the wing, and we will see how it goes. But in general the card is good, so I would probably say she would be my number 2 Team of the Year female forward. Again, every card with the close quarters already is, for me, is very good. So, and quick draw makes her very valuable if you put her in a penalty kill, for example, or you have to win the draws in your own zone. Again, look at the stats, like the skating, the shooting, the hands is very good. Body checking is 94 with the synergies activated, and strength is 99. Like, this card in general is very good. And now my favorite Team of the Year card. I know, it's pretty weird. She's the smallest one. First of all, I pulled her in the pack, guys. If you didn't see my pack opening yesterday, make sure you watch it. That was the most hilarious and the biggest and the best pack opening we had. So I managed to pull Amanda Kessel, my first and only Team of the Year pull. Probably from the time I remember Team of the Years were actually introduced in the game. What I liked about the card, she had a close quarters, she had elite edges, and she had wheels. I do like wheels. I did like wheels on McDavid's X Factor card. I know it's very expensive to activate them. You can get her speed up. Again, if you can avoid hits, this card is incredible. She is super fast because of her size. She skates incredibly fast. You can actually get from your own net to the opponent's net, I don't know, in second. That's at least how this card feels. She's flying all over the ice. But if someone hits her, it's really difficult. Obviously, the physics and how the game is made, it's not, but it feels then like she is so easily being bumped off the puck. If you can avoid that, this card is incredible. So I will rank her as a number 1 because at the moment she scored the most goals for me, she creates the most moments for me, and in general I just like the card more. Maybe also I prefer right-handed wingers. She reminds me a little bit of Natalie Spooner, when Natalie Spooner was much bigger, like the size, she was more heavier. Then Amanda Kessel is much smaller than Natalie Spooner, but the cards, both of the cards play very similar. Maybe because they're right-handed wingers, and I just somehow this year I enjoy right-handed wingers more than the left-handed. So yes, that will be my ranking, and Amanda Kessel will be number 1. Regards the sets, there is no any changes. They cost exactly the same. They did not add any new ones, so it's basically, again, 89 will give you 3 collectibles, where 88 plus will give you 2 collectibles and 4 gold players, 87 will give you 2, 86 will give you 1, and 85 will be, you need 2 85s, and so on and on. So as you can see, every single one costs you 40 collectibles. Or if you have Maurice Phillips X Factor, you can trade the X Factor in and it will cost you only 22 collectibles. Let's say you complete the objectives and you complete the challenges, so technically that's already 3 collectibles, so you only need 18 collectibles to make Maurice Phillips card. I did already made, I tried her X Factor in, and I think it was actually quite cheap. So for Yeni Hryovsky is a power up, 89 MSP and 29 collectibles, or if you had her not the power up one but just the MSP, you can also trade her in with the 29 collectibles and see how she plays. So there is a lot of criticism online about why they cost the same. They actually don't. Like, the amount of collectibles is the same, but if you go and see what are the prices on the market, then female Team of the Year cards will cost you almost twice as less as it was for the guys. So yes, it's the same amount of collectibles, but because everyone is now trying to get rid of their cards, you can actually get these Team of the Year female players for around 600k, and I think it's super cheap for a Team of the Year card. Even if you don't want to use a female player, you still can make her and put her on your collections, because the card will go up eventually. What I really don't understand is how the cards will go. For example, Taylor Hayes, she don't even have a headshot, so I believe she even don't have a card in NHL. So outside of MSPs, how exactly EA will get these cards up? I know Marie Philip will probably get a lot of upgrades. I would also say Amanda Kessel probably would get a lot of upgrades, but how all these other girls will get an upgrade is pretty unclear at the moment, but I believe EA will figure something out, hopefully. Hey guys, this is how I'm using them. So I have Kessel and Marie Philip on the second line with Matthews on the center. I still like Beagle more than Matthews as a center. I think Matthews is an incredible card, but I think then it's very important to win the draws in your own zone. So quick draw for Beagle is something you really cannot buy. So he's my first line center. Matthews will be the second, and then Taylor Hayes is on the third line with Messier and Roberts. I'm still thinking about maybe switching a little bit around, maybe getting Kessel at least on the first line just to try her out, because Like, it would probably create a lot of momentums because Beagle wins every single face-off for me, and if he passes McDavid or Kessel, that's, let's say, a breakaway and probably almost guaranteed goal. Don't have anyone in defense, but I did pull Ulf Samuelsson. This guy is incredible. The gold truculence and his size, I probably would even want to activate Unstoppable Force. This card is incredible for me. So this is my defense. This is what we are rocking. Also, I had Shesterkin still in the net. Again, one game he's really bad. One game he's like winning me at games. It's very difficult. I would love to have the female goaltender just for the synergy. So then it means I don't really need to think about the goaltenders until the end of the year. But this is how the team is looking after Team of the Year Week 1 and Team of the Year Week 2. There may be some additions and I may make some of the defense Team of the Year players. Maybe I will pull a goalie, who knows? But that's how it looks in the general. Let me know what you think about the female Team of the Year cards. Did you made any of them? And what do you think about the Team of the Year in general this year? Let me know down in the comment sections if you're happy or not. Like, any comments are good. I hope you enjoyed and see you on the ice.